Oh, hey, hi guys. Richard James Cook here again, Gamestar Arts. Okay, that was lame. I admit that whole bit was completely lame. Anyway, so it's time for another update video. It's been a long time, and because I've been so busy, right? Well, I've been busy doing things like graduating from the Denia Sam's Gaming Academy. I'm now a certificate holder of War Inspectors program at UT, and it feels pretty good, So it's going to be very interesting to see where the opportunities take me from here on out. Today, I'm going to be updating you guys about everything that's going on right now because there's some potentially very exciting things coming up. But let's get some things out of the way first. So, first thing that I want to kind of address is because a few people in the comments who'd seen like pixels and polygons and who had seen some of the older game stuff I was working on were asking about a game that I used to work on called Pro Janitor Police. What happened to it? Who knows, so the real story of it is that Pro Janitor Police, I left that project back about a year and a half ago before I started working on Pixel Poetry. I left the project and I left the company because there were some management issues at the top that I wasn't really equipped to handle and deal with. Some things just can't be gotten over, and eventually I had to leave the project and decided to go work on my own stuff, mainly for accountability reasons and for the reasons that I wanted to do a passion project, which turned out to be Pixel Poetry. So what's happening with the game? Well, it actually did get greenlit back in January for Steam. I don't actually know what's going on with the production and development of it right now. If you want any inquiries on that kind of stuff, you could probably reach out to the company, and you could do that at the link below. So you can say to them what's going on, okay? Because, it's about as much of a guess for me as well right now. The next thing going on right now is that I'm working on a new film project. I'm working on a web series now instead of a documentary. And the reason I kind of wanted to do that was because more episodic stuff is a little bit easier production scale wise. And it's something that I can kind of put out there and have people engage with on an individual level. But I'm really excited about it. I've got a lot of very big names in the gaming industry involved in it right now. And we're going to see how that turns out. The best thing about this, though, is that this web series is going to be free for you guys. The reason I'm giving them out for free on a basis level is because I know what it's like to be a creator on the ground level, somebody who is aspiring, somebody who's trying to get somewhere. And the whole point of this series is to help those people. And we will be talking with really successful developers in retrospect about things they went through in their career leading up to their big success. That's going to start with my new mini-series, Richard the Indie, which follows me around as I kind of make my career decisions. And that's more in contrast to the main series, which will be a retrospective series. And it's going to be that flashlight in the dark for you guys so that you can get further in your own careers. Basically, how I'm going to approach that is I'm doing everything out of pocket for this. This is all my own production. I'm not really getting any help or anything at all with this. So alongside that mini-series and that web series, I'm going to be running a Patreon that gives you access to certain perks, extended episodes, ad-free, downloadable, HD, like true HD, not YouTube HD. So with that, I would hope you guys would help me out. Reciprocation a little bit. And, it's not asking much, but the reason I put it out for free is so that you guys could watch it without that barrier for entry. That said, in relation to the web series, I'm going to be at E3 this year, and that's in like a week, so it's getting pretty stressful right now. But so it was fortunate enough that one of our last guest lecturers in Warren's program was Michael Gallagher, one of the head honchos of the ESA, and he came in, he gave an amazing talk to us about the state of the industry, and it was just really great to hear. And then, surprise, surprise, at the end, he said, "We're going to invite you all on behalf of the ESA to E3. Wow, that's amazing because, I can book some time at the YouTube space to film this new project I'm working on. And also, it's my first E3, so, why not, right? So if you guys, anyone out there in LA or anyone going to E3, if you guys want to meet up at any point, I would love to meet you. If you want to get lunch or get a drink or something, or meet up at one of the many parties that's going on, please get in touch with me. Shoot me a comment or something on Twitter. Twitter's probably the best way since it's the easiest way to get a hold of me, and we'll meet up. We'll talk shop. We'll do that stuff. And actually, I kind of feel a little bit bad because I haven't really made any tutorials at all in like a very long time. I do feel legitimately bad about that. You guys have been asking for them, and for me personally, I feel like that I'm not really in the position to put out tutorials for multiple disciplines and things like that because I'm not as well versed or knowledged in those particular things yet. What I'm going to do in place of that is I'm going to seek out and find my very favorite tutorials that I've learned from over the years that will involve everything from sculpting, texturing, modeling, rendering, lighting, everything you can think of. All my favorite tutorials that I've learned from over the years, and I'm going to put them together in a list, and we're going to be doing a top 5 every week, So come back and you will find like these 5 amazing new tutorials that you can go to, and you can learn those things and just make your projects so much better than I could ever teach you how to make them. That said, I don't want to make this too long because this has already gone on long enough because I've waited too long to make it, and there's so much stuff in the pipeline that I need to get off my chest for you guys. But anyway, please check into the channel regularly. There will be new, regularly consistent things going on now. You can keep up with me on a consistent, regular basis by following me on Twitter at RichardCook1985. All my updates, everything I do is up there. You can see where I am, what I'm doing. I post, consistently on there, and it's an easy way to keep up with me as all this crazy stuff happens. In addition to this, I want to see what you guys are working on. Maybe you learned a little bit from the ZBrush sculpting tutorials and things like that, and you've been working on this sculpt for a while or something, and you want to show me. Go ahead and hashtag it to me using the hashtag GSACreate. And that way, I will be able to know when to check in. I can see this hashtag and see all these things that people have sent to me. And I will tweet back at you. I will give you a tweet of constructive criticism, like 140 character quick piece review. It's the tiniest little thing that I could possibly do, but that way it keeps me connected with you guys, my audience, and that's something I want very much. Keep an eye out for appearances for me. You've kind of already seen me appear in some things like Scam School with Brian Brushwood and Jonathan Holmes on Sup Holmes and all that stuff. There's more of that coming, so keep an eye out on the little subsection down there. It says original appearances by me, because I'm going to be popping up in a couple other things coming up, and it would be cool to show you guys that. Keep an eye out for that, and of course, if you could subscribe. Keep an eye out for the Patreon that's going to be coming up, and keep creating, guys. It's been a pleasure to be a part of this community and to help you guys as much as I have. And thank you very much for supporting me in that endeavor. I will see you guys next time, and bye. How do you sign off on these? I don't know how you sign off on these things. Bye, Felicia.